Okay, I was quite pleased with how this turned out. I'll switch it to caster mode because that actually looked better last time. So Ottomans playing French. French are somehow already beating me. Not quite sure how. Feudal Age coming into it in about 460, 70, something like that. So I beat the enemy to feudal, which is good. In terms of stats, the enemy are beating me, seemingly. But it's obviously pretty close, and slightly doesn't really mean that much at this point. "6 minutes, first military school up, which is quite good. I do slightly mess up the positioning here. I normally try and put 2 military schools around the blacksmiths, and then I did think that perhaps there might have been enough space here, but no. A bit late on the outpost. If I got raided, that might have been problematic. And we are in Castle Age, which is good. 10 minutes in. I've got the military school creating Sipahi, or at least one of them creating Sipahi, that one I think, yeah. So I think it is good to have a bit of a combo of Sipahi and Spearmen. Oh, it's just a bitey infantry. I decided I don't like the look of this scout, so I go and take him on. They're actually only just upgrading to the next age, Castle Age, which is a little bit late actually. Yeah, I'm starting to do quite well compared to them. Look, 13 military units versus 7. They somehow got a jump on me with the villagers. I don't know, maybe I missed a timing or something. So I'm starting to get on these resources. I decided in terms of, it's worth taking some people off wood and putting them on gold. I think it's wood I take them on. Oh, and stone. Maybe it was a stone mine I took them on. Statistically, we're doing pretty comparatively, pretty similar. We're getting, this is now 16 minutes, putting a defensive outpost up in case they do raid and I need that extra option for garrisoning units. I'm now feeling a little bit more confident such that I'm moving units out a little bit, slightly away from the town centre. They're building up this area, which is probably fairly sensible, but yeah, they seem to be doing okay. Overall, this is going fine for me, and I actually do this, if I do say so myself, pretty well. So it is a good one to kind of show how to attack effectively. Obviously that villager was not meant to be there, just do what I say, not what I do. But nevertheless, I do this, does end up pretty well, let's put it that way. So let's highlight what I'm doing. So I'm putting the army forward first, and then I'm chucking along the villagers behind. I'm doing a bit of mine hopping, such that I'm going to go onto this mine. Obviously in the actual game I don't see that they have men-at-arms there, so that is something of a surprise that they do have a load of men-at-arms there, and I learned that the hard way. But I have managed to basically do this fairly sneakily enough such that they don't actually have a significant force here, and even they're raiding a mine down here. Obviously I realise that they have some men-at-arms here, so I need to stop this plan. This doesn't quite work. So I'm going on 1/4 speed. It looks like I'm not doing it quickly enough, but I think I do it reasonably quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not great, is it? But still, I guess one of the keys here is that I don't use the army to attack the men-at-arms. I don't use the army to attack the men-at-arms because that's absolute waste of time. The villagers can run far more quickly than the men-at-arms can, and time is absolutely of the essence in relation to this attack. So they ring the bell here. I do a little bit of trying to attack some villagers, but that's not the kind of key, that's not the goal. So just speed up for a second. Here we go. So I'm initially thinking might make sense to spend a little bit of time attacking the town centre, but that quickly turns into, look, I'm going to need to defend against, going to need to attack these men-at-arms. All this, while this is going on, I'm putting an incredibly aggressively placed Seagate Castle just up nicely against their farms, such that they basically are denied this entire area, including all this. Using the mangonels quite nicely to reinforce that attack against these fairly minor number of men-at-arms. Janissary is working really well along with the spearmen and my own men-at-arms to take out the enemy veteran Royal Knights, which are very, very good cavalry. I don't do perfect here. I don't do perfectly in terms of defending these catapults, look. But the Janissaries are now on the defending the catapults, which is good. Seagate Castle is almost complete. There we go. Got now a Seagate Castle up with excellent range absolutely denying all these resources, all these farms. There's really, the only thing the enemy can do now is build trebuchets to try and take it out. So garrison the individuals, and I'm quite pleased with what I do here as well. Yes, I managed to take out mangonels. Doesn't really matter that much. Consolidate the force around the Seagate Tower. Have 15 villagers garrisoned in there, such that they're absolutely pouring down, covering fire. Also, what I do here, and they don't seem to kind of notice very quickly anyway, is just put an outpost up. I've already denied them this entire area. The idea being, if I can, I'm going to deny them this area as well, and it does actually work. Almost a surprise to me, but it does actually work. So garrison 5 villagers in there, and then retreat with these villagers, because there is one now dead man-at-arms. And now I'm denying them this wood and killing the villagers slowly. And this is the game pretty much over now. But it is a nice strategy. Obviously they could try and get back into it if they were able to get these counterweight trebuchets on the go, but look at that food income compared to my food income. It's going to be very, very hard to come back from this. Even if they did manage to destroy the Seagate Tower, it's going to be quite a long time where I've been collecting a lot of food and they've been collecting absolutely none, or very little. That's going to mean that I should have been, obviously, not allowing these villagers to die. I didn't notice that, I have to admit. I mean, very obviously one thing I don't do perfectly in this is I haven't got enough people. I do put people on wood straight away. There's a lot of people on wood now. So almost kind of everyone else is on wood, and that's what I need, but I don't do that quite quickly enough. Oh, sorry, that's not me, that's me. And then I figure, you know what, it's worth, that was annoying, so for some reason they ran around, but it's worth trying to take out these trebuchets just with my units, and it does actually work, which is great. Got a trebuchet up, and now it's a case of just doing the inevitable. So now I've got enough wood income. 1.6 per minute, 1.7 per minute, 1,700 and 1,830. So I've got enough wood income to create a steady supply of trebuchets, and yeah, that end result is fairly inevitable on that. So that was a good game and another good example of kind of an imperial Seagate Castle push.